Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about my favorite palettes. I wanted to make a palette video for a long time since I started getting more of a collection going. I kind of just wanted to show you the pros and the cons of the palettes I bought and why I bought them, because I think that's really important when you're buying a palette and you're on a budget. You want to make sure that it's worth your money as far as quality, as far as usability. So I just wanted to show you guys my palettes, the little ones that I have. They actually range from like $4 to $54. So there's something for everyone of every budget. If there's anybody in this world that loves a good deal, it is myself. So let's get this party started, shall we? I'm gonna go from my first palette that I ever bought, my first higher end palette, to my most recent palette. The first palette that I ever bought was a tough one because I knew I wanted to spend a good bit of money on a high quality palette, but there are so many out there I had no idea what to choose. So I went for something that I felt was versatile and easy for me to work with and would still give me that good quality of an expensive palette. So I chose the chocolate bar palette, and I'm sure you've heard of this. It's all over YouTube. It smells like chocolate, like, oh. It's like sniffing Willy Wonka's butt crack. Is that too much? That's a little too much. This is like my fourth take. We'll go with it. YOLO. YOLO. But what I really liked it for was all the neutrals that it did have, and then the random pops of color. They have this wine color you could get all crazy with, which, I mean, if you're starting off in makeup, that might be a crazy color for you. This is great for beginners, people who want to spend money on a good makeup palette but don't exactly know which one to pick. This one is very versatile. It is workable to wear, like, I mean, I could wear this to work, I could wear this to school, I could wear this going out in the club with my friends. You can pretty much wear this anywhere and do so many different looks with it. It's perfect for that beginner that's just trying to learn, you know, a thing or two about makeup and just wants to look nice for their prom or wants to look nice for school every morning. Or even if you're an older person who's working an office job, this is perfect for you too, and you just don't want to do a lot of work. This kind of works and you get to smell chocolate every morning. So the next palette I bought, I was really nervous about buying because I'm like, okay, Hannah, you should only need one high-end palette. Why do you need another one? But this series of makeup palettes is just so popular that I wanted to at least try one of them to check out the quality, kind of be a little nosy about it. So I picked the Naked 3. I felt like that was the best for my skin type and the best for my eye color. I usually have darker hair, even though it looks kind of light because I need to dye my roots. But I usually have darker hair, and I felt like all of these beautiful pinks and mauves and these shinies, I thought they would be perfect for my style. Kind of a springy, fresh look. Perfect for like more jobs, professional settings. This is definitely a good one. You can get a beautiful, girly, feminine look without breaking the bank, even though this is $54. I feel like I'm almost hitting pan on a lot of colors, and they're not hard to work with because they all look so similar that you pretty much are just like, okay, I like color, crease color, transition color, okay. I could do that with pretty much any and all of these. So this is a good palette too. I thought it was great for my second palette. It was a good choice. So if you're gonna go for a naked palette, I would go for this one first. I heard the second is nothing to like be too excited about, and the first is the classic. You can get that if you're really into like a darker looking eye, but I wanted something light and fresh, and I totally got it with my Naked 3. The next palette I bought was something really interesting because I feel like I use a lot of mattes in my matte eyeshadows, and mattes are great, don't get me wrong, but I feel like shimmer just brings something to the table. You just need a little shininess, make you nice and glowy and pretty. So I decided to get this palette. It's the BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette, and it is shimmery goodness. It's baked eyeshadows. Let's see, 18 baked eyeshadows. And I love it because it's little planets. It's just, it has a color for every color you can even think of. Like if you want to work with your Naked 3 palette, you can go for this beautiful Milky Way color. If you want to work with your chocolate bar palette, you could probably work with this Mars color or the moon color. There's just so many things you can do with this. one thing I love about the palettes I bought is I buy them very strategically, in the fact that I look at each palette and then I look at the palette that I want and I see how I can mix and blend all those colors together. Is this a reddish brown? Well, that reddish brown would go well with my chocolate palette. Is this a yellowish tint? That would go well with this palette. You know, I kind of make it to where all my palettes can work together, and it makes it really interesting when you're working on looks. And I felt like this was something I could use with all of my palettes because there was such a nice range of colors, warms to cools. I just thought it's so precious, and it has excellent pigmentation, and it's worth your money. I think this one's only like $13. So if you're into shimmery eyeshadows that are very colorful and you're one of those daring people, I would suggest you get this palette. It is so beautiful. I love it. I use it pretty often. So definitely worth the money, plus $13. Like, most people get that for allowance in like a day, so. The next palette I bought, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's kind of a whimsical buy because it didn't feel like it fit too much into my other palettes. I liked it because it was different. It was like a black sheep of my palette family. So the creator of it, and I loved the vibe of it, and it was just so beautiful. I kind of needed it. Like I said, I kind of bought it on a whim, but I do not regret it. I still use it on a regular basis, and that is my Kat Von D Chrysalis Palette. I love this palette. I love the way it looks. It has a butterfly on it. If you can't really see too well, these are some skulls. Isn't that cool? Isn't that edgy? Oh yeah, edgy. And up, it's got these beautiful colors. I love how they're sorted into like little threes. Like, you got your 3 right here, you got your 3 right here, and you got your 3 right here, and then your highlight colors. I love this because it looks like wet paper. Is that weird? Like, it has a wet paper look? I don't know. And I loved these purples. These purples just caught my eye, and I love them. Of course, this is an excellent transition color, and I don't know how to work with blues. If you know how to work with blue eyeshadows without like looking like a 70s hooker, please let me know, because I always pretty much look like a 70s hooker when I try blue eyeshadow. It like never works out for me. But it's a pretty good little palette. I would suggest you buy this if you're more daring in your makeup looks and you kind of know what you're doing a little more. Like, if you're kind of on the professional side, or you're getting more mature into your makeup. You watch a lot of videos on YouTube, or you took some live makeup classes, I would suggest you get this because you can do some fun things with it. But right off the bat, when you look at it, it's not like this can go with this. You know, like, you kind of, it's hard to imagine, unlike the chocolate bar palette where you can just like pick a color and they kind of go with each other. This one takes a little more thought, takes a little more brain juice to figure out what to do with it. But I thought it was unique and interesting, and I love me some Kat Von D, so I had to get it, you guys. Sorry. My next purchase was a guilty pleasure. I am such a bad girl. I said that I would not buy this palette. I told everyone, I was like, I'm not buying that palette. I have no need for that palette. When do I need that palette? Never. I went buy it. And you know what? I regretted it for 2 weeks. I was in like this buyer's remorse, like, when am I gonna use it? I am so glad that I kept this palette. You have no idea. I'm actually wearing it today. Did a couple of looks with this that are so great. I'll show it to you. This is, of course, if you don't already know, the Naked Smoky. And of course, all the cool YouTubers got it way ahead of time, and I just bought it myself with my own money. Independent woman. And I loved these colors. They are just so different and dark, and oh, look at that smolder though. And it's funny how many looks that are wearable that I've gotten from this palette, even though it's a smoky palette. Smoky eyes make me look like a raccoon. When you actually get the palette and you start working with it and you start watching tutorial videos, it does get better. So if you're going through a buyer's remorse after you buy this, just watch some videos. You'll feel so much better, and then like play with it a little bit. That's what I say for every palette. If you're really having buyer's remorse, play with the palette for a little while, and if it's really that bad to where you just can't work with it, return it. Most places, Ulta, Sephora, MAC, they all take your palettes back. Like, even if you use them, I mean, I think there's a limit. Like, if you hit pan on like 4 different shadows and you're like, here, I don't want it, I'm pretty sure they don't take it back. But if you really try a product and it's just not working for you, I've done it. Benefit push-up liner, please don't try it. They will take it back. So I would say, if you want to make the splurge and you're really looking at this palette, do it, work with it, and if you don't like it, just give it back. What else? Okay, these are some of my more recent palettes. I'm talking the past like month I've bought, and I can't even help it because they're just so perfect in every way. And now that I'm getting more experience in makeup and I'm starting to like learn my style and learn my way around like makeup palettes, I was so thrilled to find these. But this one is the first one. It is Morphe Brushes Palette 350. I talked about it in my favorite. It is beautiful. It's like the natural glam or something. I put, if you're wondering about this gold tape, I have 2 Morphe palettes. So I kind of needed to decipher which is which. They both look exactly the same. And when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm not gonna be like, oh, which one is this? No. I want to be like, this is my natural glow. This is the one with all the colors. This one first. This is the 350. Love it. Jaclyn Hill, she loves it, and I just needed to have it. I mean, $22. This is also great for people who are beginners too, because it's so cheap. You get a lot of colors, so there's no really messing up, and you can get really creative with this stuff. This orange is life. This orange is life. Life. This orange is life. Sorry, I get really passionate about this palette. They are so pigmented. They have such fun colors. They have this bright, like, oh my god, look at that. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. They have some excellent colors. Like I said, this is like a pukey yellow. Best yellow in the freaking world. Are you kidding me? Like, the more you work with this palette, the more excited you get. I have eyeshadow all over my freaking fingers. The more you work with this palette, the happier and more excited and giddy you get. It's just so many. There's 35 colors. Like, you can't really go wrong. You're gonna find one you really like, and then a transition color, and then a crease color, and then a brow color, and then a lid color. Like, you're gonna find everything you need right here, sweetheart. I just think, it just feels like fall. I just want to rub it all over my body. I can't wait for fall, you guys. My next palette is also from Morphe Brushes, and look how cool. I put this Morphe tape, and it's all kinds of different colors, so that I know this is the palette with all kinds of different colors. I just thought it was really fun. It's great for adding a pop of color into your makeup routine, and I've been wanting something like this for a long time. It's just really bright and really fun, and I feel like I can use these eventually. I like the greens a lot. The pinks, I think I could one day work with. This is actually the 35B. It's on MorpheBrushes.com, and once again, I think this one was cheaper. I think this one was like $19.99, and my other one was $22. By the way, the Morphe 350 is actually sold out right now. I've been stalking their website because I want to buy one for my best friend, but right now, so just hang tight, you guys. I'm sure they'll come back soon, but this one is definitely in stock if you want some fun colors for your collection. I just needed a really controversial eyeshadow for now. So this Lorac Pro, Lorac. I got this Lorac Pro palette for $14. It's a fakie. I'm going to talk further about this in an eBay haul video because I have so many things from eBay that I really want to show you guys. But for now, let's just leave it at it's a fakie. And, ooh, dropping it. When you open it, you can kind of tell it's a fakie. It's definitely a fakie. Like, if you get this in the mail and you bought this on purpose and you thought it was real, you'd be really disappointed. These are some palettes I recently got on eBay. They just looked really interesting and satisfying, so I really wanted to try them out. There were some things that I've been wanting to try for a long time, but I didn't feel like spending the money when I didn't know what I was doing, you know? Like, why would you buy a Lamborghini when you still have your permit license? You know, like, you don't know what you're doing. Why are you gonna buy an expensive car? Why are you gonna buy an expensive palette if you really don't know how to use it and don't know what to do with it? So I've been wanting to try cream contouring. I tried it today. Don't know if that's a success. It kind of looks a little blotchy up here, but just bear with me. It was my first time. But I bought this It has a CC on it. I decided to start, like, when I get this black palettes like this, it's hard to decipher what is what to me. So I put a CC for cream contour, color correcting, pretty much anything you can think of because it's all of the above. And this is a tiny little palette I got off eBay. And it's so tiny, like, it's smaller than my hand. And I have a tiny hand, you guys. I got like midget hand. Ooh, do we say midgets? Bad, I'm sorry. Like, I have little people hands, like tiny hands. But this is a cream contour kit that I got on eBay. I think this was about $4 one. I'm gonna put it down in the description, the link. But I think this was the $4 one, and they work really well. I find they come off really pigmented. When I start in my eBay video, all you really need to know is it works. And this is the last palette that I recently bought, and it is a contour palette. Notice it has one C. It's just powder contour. And this is a big old palette, like, this is bigger than my head though. I really like this palette. I used it today, and they have like this weird banana powder color right here that I really like. I used it for under my eyes, and they got this really white powder. I don't know what you would use that on. I mean, I'm really white, and I don't see me using this. But this is a great bronzer color, especially for someone who's pale. I think you could almost count for anyone, and I mean, the pigment's pretty good. This is a little more expensive. I think this one was about $6. But eBay, like, you can't go wrong. Free shipping. So my palettes video. I love all of my palettes, and I feel like I made some great decisions with buying them, and believe me, I will have to make an updated palette video in the future because I have so many plans for buying so many other palettes. Like, I'm an addict. Like, I am fascinated. I love makeup palettes. Like, it's freaking ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because I know a lot of you aren't. And like this video if you're a makeup palette lover like myself. And I'm just going to see you guys next time. Bye.